Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. Hello, Magic Tribe. It is Synchronicity Saturday, and this is Tarot and Truth episode number 5. Can you believe it? Already been back 5 whole days. This is nuts. A special hello and a welcome to my beautiful niece Lily and her sister-in-law Lex. It's nice to see both of you, and I have a funny story about both of them that I'm going to share with you guys first off. So, my little synchronicity story happened about, 15 minutes before I got on this live stream, and my niece hit me up on Snapchat and was like, hey, I was just watching your live stream from yesterday, and my sister-in-law happens to have the exact same card that you pulled, and she happened to find it at the exact same time. Or at least, relatively speaking. So, crazy happenings all the time, right? The universe does get her message out one way or another. So, you guys ready to hop into what today is going to bring? I know I am. So, the energy is a little bit crazy. We have one day left in March. I'm not sure how that happened, but here we are, getting ready to hop into April. April is going to bring a lot of changes for a lot of us. We're going to be solidifying all the work that we've been doing over the last, 11-week period. Okay? And in order to do that, we're going to really have to make sure that we dumped all our bags. So, look back through all of your stuff again. Is there anything that's still triggering you? And if it is, look at it. Otherwise, you're going to be presented with a big, giant scoop of whatever the fuck you don't want on a big, ginormous platter by the shifting planets coming up. Hello, Ronnie. Happy Saturday to you too, my friend. It's always good to see you. And so the craziness is going to continue. It always does, right? Equal parts heaven and hell. That's what life is. And then you stick your hand into the grab bag and pull out what you get. But the things that you get are the things that you have put there by your thoughts to begin with. Let's pull a card really quick from Neil Donald Walsh's Divine Wisdom deck. Let's just see what Source's message is for us today to get us started. And please feel free to put your stories into the chat box because I really want to hear about the synchronicities that have been happening to you guys this week as we have been shifting into this new kind of paradigm. Hello, Rebecca. I love seeing you. Okay, so, our card from the universe is this beautiful little cherry blossom tree, which in the northern hemispheres we're going into spring, depending on where you are, because I know some of you are still buried in water and snow and things that are gross. We're getting to enjoy the spring in Washington, at least for now, until the weather shifts again and we end up getting more snow like we did last time. But it says, the first question in any interactive process with another is, now who am I? And who do I want to be in relationship to that? It's a really fucking good question. Often, you do not remember who you are and do not know who you want to be until you try out a few ways of being. That's why honoring your truest feelings is so important, right? I think we were talking about this yesterday. I'm going to pull another card to see what energy we're going into because I think that's kind of more what we're starting to leave behind right now. Ooh, this is a good one. And I pulled this pretty green card. I like that. And it says, you are, have always been, and will always be a divine part of the divine whole, a member of the body, And that is why the act of rejoining the whole, of returning to God, source, creation, is called remembrance. And that's really what we're all here to do, right? Remember that we are a divine being driving a flesh vehicle that we just like to call human, right? At least in this life. We may have called ourselves something else in another life, starseed, whatever. And I wanted to make a comment too. I didn't totally register Fox Mama's comment yesterday about her getting her energetic wings or feeling them being activated. But what a lot of you guys are going through right now is actually your light body activation. So what you felt, Fox Mama, was your Merkaba being activated. You were given a glimpse of what your divine self looks like. And apparently you get wings. Some of us look like other things. Mine, personally, is a giant dragon, believe it or not. She's purple. But she also has wings. We all have some sort of a being that our higher aspect chooses to resonate with. And we're just walking around in this, flesh suit we like to call human and learning how to interact that way. So, let's, in the spirit of the day, let's pull out the Crystal Unicorn Tarot today. I know this is Miss Rebecca's favorite and my personal favorite when I need a little pick-me-up. And I think we all kind of energetically need a little pick-me-up after all the work that we've been doing, wading through all the shit, right? And we've cleaned up what we could and thrown glitter on what we couldn't, right? Now we're just waiting to see what happens. So, let's see what the cards have to say while we wait. Oh, there's a work at a jumper. Oh, nice. And first time out of the gate, what do we get? But the World card. The World card shows us all 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, right? Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and my personal favorite, Scorpio, because I am. What most people don't understand is these are all representations and symbols of what the zodiac sign is, right? Except for the Scorpio symbol. But Scorpio is the sign of transformation. That's why it's represented by the Death card. And 13 also happens to be the degree I was born at, 13 degrees Scorpio. In my life, my transformation process has been about learning how to not be triggered by my scorpionic tendencies and learning to rise above them so that I can represent myself as the eagle instead. All of us have to go through some sort of a transformational process in order to do that. It's called embodying our personal power. Everybody's doing it. And 3 more are, oh, we got a chunk. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so the World card is followed by the Page of Swords. A message of cutting ourselves free, right? Standing there after the battle going, what do you know? Right? Exactly. I know there is a lot of crazy stuff going on with, I wanted to say Jupiter's going retrograde too soon. So that should be fun. I'm going to have to do my homework on that. So if any of you are into astrology, though, and would like to give me a few astrology pointers in exchange for, a tarot reading, hit me up. Because the world's full of options, right? This is what we're trying to be shown. We're being given a lot of options. And our job right now is to go, yeah, I like that. No, I don't like that. Holy shit, I want some more of that. Because this is what we get to embody now. The stability, right? This cup, or this King of Cups card has been coming up quite a bit lately. And it just shows us that even though right now it looks like he's floating in a giant ocean on a cushion that's sinking, what you don't really realize is that is a concrete pedestal and he's just sitting in the middle of a wading pond. All he has to do is put his feet down and stand up. He's not lost at all. It's exactly where he wants to be, embodying exactly what he wants to, right? Oh, and the Knight of Wands fell out in my lap too. Here is our action card, right? We've all been making a lot of plans on things we want to do, but we've been hearing we have to wait. I know it sucks, but we have to wait a little bit longer. At least wait until the shadow period is over through the Mercury retrograde. So around April 15th and 16th is going to be when we're really going to want to move. And we'll be doing a lot more about that in the coming weeks as we discuss all of this too. The thing I'm noticing right now too is, I don't know if you notice this color, this orange color, right? Now, I have a page, a king, and a knight in my hands, a sword, cup, and a wand. And in a way, that's kind of showing us that we have all of the tools already that we need in order to make this decision and embody our highest aspect. We're just being asked to make the choice. Sometimes making the choice is the hardest part, right? Awesome. I know a little bit about astrology, but I'm not a huge astrologer. I keep up on it a little bit. And we get another page. So we have the Knight and the Page of Wands. So there is definitely some big information coming through right now that's really going to help us, I don't know, further our processes along a little bit more. All right, let's switch decks really quick. Step away from the tarot. It's just telling me that there's another message. So we're going to actually pull out the Universe Has Your Back deck, which is the card that I pulled out yesterday that Lex saw. And here's our first two right here. Okay, so we get my energy creates my reality, and what I focus on is what I will manifest, right? We all know that. Okay. The part we don't want to acknowledge is I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Unfortunately, we don't always learn our best lessons when things are going smoothly, right? We usually learn our lessons through discomfort. And then that leads to us being more comfortable later on, right? Because we've already looked at the things that we don't like, so now we can establish the things that we do. So when you're resisting the things that you don't like about your life, you're just perpetuating those more. And then you're bringing in more of that because that's what you're concentrating on all the time, right? If you look at something and go, yeah, this isn't working for me, I'm not sure how to fix it, but I'm sure the universe is already doing it for me. And then you concentrate on the things that you do enjoy and love. Then it frees the universe up to do her work, right? And then we can then step into the process with her and co-create what it is that we want in our reality, instead of just sitting there like this, waiting for the universe to hand us what it is that's ours. I could sit here like this for the rest of my life, and not a goddamn thing is going to fall into my hands. except for maybe this roof when it falls on my head, right? Or I can get my ass up out of this chair and do something about it and co-create an existence that I do love, right? Bingo. So how are we going to do that is the question. And you'll see the synchronicities come out. So in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So a reminder of how we need to connect to ourselves, right? Go within or go without. We're getting a lot of really big reminders right now, and I don't know why the universe is trying to drill this into our head so much, except for time's kind of running out on the 3D scale. One of my favorites. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Your mantra for when shit starts to go sideways because you thought you made a decision with your heart, but you really made it with your ego. Take a minute, take a couple deep breaths, acknowledge the fact that you fucked up. Say, I recognize that I have chosen fear in this moment and I choose again. I choose love. And then get out of your own way. Because when I lean toward love, I am led. We all know that, okay? When we get stuck in the dogma and the bullshit that's in our head about how nobody cares about us and nobody's ever there for us when we need them, and I'm just giving, and everybody's just taking, and we hop on that little pity roller coaster instead of the real live one that we should be living. And then, that's how we get stuck into depression and things like that. We start drinking too much and smoking too much and eating too much because we're like, why does it matter anyways? Right? But when we remember that we are divine beings co-creating our experience and nothing is being done to us, then we can go, okay, well, why am I creating this situation for myself right now? What am I not seeing? What do I need to look at? What is it that I'm missing? And usually it's just a fear of lack, And what's fear but false evidence appearing real? Right? It makes us want to say, fuck everything and run. We don't want to do that, right? We want to stand strong. Know that we can handle any situation no matter what because the universe has our back. Always. In all ways. But only if we can love ourselves completely. And that means loving the shit we don't like too. And if you don't like it, change it. And if you can't change it, learn to love it anyway. It is who you are. I hate the fact that I can't keep my fucking goddamn mouth shut to save my life when I see injustice floating around. Oh, I stick my foot right in it no matter what it has going on. And then it creates a hoopla of nonsense. But hope is the conduit for miracles, right? So, when everything looks hopeless is when we should have the most hope and faith. I think let's switch to Kim Cron's. I'm feeling her colors right now. They go well with The Universe Has Your Back deck too. She has a really awesome story if you guys ever want to look that up. And we have a repeater. So, in Well, at least in numbers anyway. So we have the 7 of cups and now we have the 7 of coins, right? Shit goes sideways until you remember, hey, I got this. And then it goes up, right? And that's what life really is. Stairs. It's much more of stairs than it is a roller coaster, right? Shit goes sideways for a little bit and then we realize that we've got it and it goes up for a little bit and then something happens and derails us and shit starts to go sideways again and then we're like, hey, I got this. Or somebody reminds us that we got it and then it goes up again. But we have to remember we are the creators. We are. We are creation creating. The perpetual cycle. God is a process, not a thing, right? Source is a well that we all dip from with our emotions. That's how we manifest. Big, huge, giant loop. Aw, I love you too, girls. Lex, that's super encouraging. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Just because the High Priestess card popped out, I don't know whose symbol this is, but I know somebody needs to see this card right now. Just say. Remember to listen to your intuition, whoever you are. All right, let's get one more from Kim Kronz now that I dropped the whole thing in my lap. Try this again. There we go. And we get the Lovers, right? I love the Lovers. The Lovers is actually about making a choice. The choice between love and fear. Those of you who've been watching me for a while are probably going, yeah, we know. We've heard it all before 1,000,000 times. But this is the time we've been talking about for months and months and months now. This is the moment. This is spring. This is the time where the existential shift is going to happen, as Morpheus was trying to say yesterday. But what everybody keeps getting stuck on is it's not a shift in the way the entire world is. It's a shift in the way our internal world is. It's a shift that says, okay, I'm no longer willing to be part of something that I don't believe in. And I'm willing to step up and help create something new. So that all of us, can live to the highest good of ourselves and everybody else. So that maybe someday when we make it to being ninth dimensional, we can actually attain that point where there is nothing or there is no polarity anymore. But we have to get through that process in order to get to that point first. The problem is our souls still remember being there once, and now we have to do it all over again. And that's what living is, the process of remembering who and what you really are. And we're all here to help each other do it. That's our only purpose. Helping each other level up. Being the love and the light that you are every day in every way. Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. So let's switch tacks. We used these for Free Card Friday yesterday. I am sorry to those of you who did not get cards pulled because I had to switch the live stream over. But I hope you'll join us next Friday when I'll be doing it again. I know yours was pretty epic, Ronnie. All right. Let's see what the energies are going to be for this weekend. What do we need to focus on? Aha. Okay. So we actually kind of get a little bit of a double-edged message a little bit. So right now we're on the narrow pathway, right? We know that if we step one way to the a little bit one way, or the other, we're going to fall off. That's okay. That right now we're walking the knife edge. It's all right. We'll make it. We've done it before. We can do it again. But we have to tread thoughtfully. So we have to go through our life's processes right now and thoroughly examine everything that's triggering us into joy and into things that are not so joyful. Anger, sadness, fear, whatever it happens to be. And then trace it back to where it goes. Okay? Why do I feel afraid every time I get near water? I could probably trace it back to a childhood moment where I watched somebody almost drown, right? And it just kind of goes through those things. You have to just kind of pick apart your processes and go, okay, is that a valid thing that I can carry on into the future? And if it is, do so. And if it's not, don't. It is that simple. Because when we have done the work, what happens? We remember that blessings are showering our life every day in big and little ways, right? Every single one of you showing up to this live stream is a blessing in my life. It makes me realize that when I get on here and talk to myself that, other people are actually resonating with it and I'm not just a big weirdo, right? And that's why we reach out. It's because, well, we feel a little bit alone in our process and we need to have somebody there to tell us that we're not crazy, right? No, you're not insane. That really did happen. And then we can move on and go, okay, and, go on our merry way. It's part of what I do in my coaching processes. It's why I offer mentorship, because sometimes people just need somebody in the background cheering, right? Just like Lex is offering to do for me, And that's kind of why I'm here for all of you, telling you my processes so that maybe you can go, hey, that happened to me too. Maybe I'm not weird, We can collect all our weirdos. Oh, hi, Mamie. I like you too. But that's why we're connecting, in all these strange and weird ways. And we find the ones that work for us and then we ditch the ones that don't, And that's kind of what this has all been about right now, is learning what things work and what things don't. And part of moving into a higher vibration is not continuing to do the things that don't work. And as hard as that is, and as, oversimplified as that process sounds, that's what we have to do. We have to look at every process in our life and go, okay, is this working for me? And then if the answer is yes, go, sweet. How can I level it up? And if it's not, go, okay, how can I fucking level it out? Because sometimes we can do stuff about something and sometimes we can't, right? You may hate your job, but you still have to pay your bills. So until you find that one that you need, you still have to keep the one that you have. And, you just have to remember to take a deep breath and remember this too shall pass. And then maybe it's part of the process. Maybe it's trying to teach you patience or something else. Remember? I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort, right? Nobody wants to hear that, but it is the thing. Let's get one more. Stuck in here, I can feel it. Oh, there it is right there. Boop. Okay. And this is our biggest block, the desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Trust is hard because we've been disappointed before, right? We've disappointed ourselves a lot. Not other people disappointing us. We've disappointed ourselves. Part of this process is about taking responsibility for our personal actions too and not wasting the blame on everyone else. Yeah. My ex-relationships may have been jerks, but I still enabled the process. I could have left at any time and I chose not to, right? That's the thing. We always have a choice. It's just a matter of whether or not we're making that choice out of love for ourselves or fear that we're going to be alone. What you've forgotten is you're never alone because we're all one, fractured into a billion separate pieces so that we can all look at ourselves fully and then learn how to cohabitate properly. So if you keep being presented with an aspect of yourself in your physical reality that you don't like, i.e. bullies, maybe in a past life you were a bully and you need to confront that. You know? And that's just the way it's got to be. I'm not sure which cards I want to pick. I think I'm going to go to... Let's move to the Sacred Path Tarot, or Sacred Path Oracle, and then I think I'm going to get an Affirmator's card. Okay, we get 13, 3, and 30. What the F? So, today is March 30th, 2019, right? And 2019 adds up to 12, which is a 3, which represents our current vision quest, right? We are seeking and finding ourselves again. We are then nurturing that process, right? Oh my goodness, right? I've been seeing it everywhere. And we're learning how to harness our fire medicine. I think I figured out why the dragons have been popping up. We need to figure out what really lights our fire right now. And that needs to be our only focus, not all the other BS. All the other BS will take care of itself. We do it automatically. The dishes, laundry, all that other BS. Automatic, right? But how often is following your passion automatic? How often is doing what feels good your first priority? Not very often, right? Not very often. Ooh, samosas for lunch. Oh, you would make an excellent flight attendant, Ronnie, with your little traveling bug that you have. That would be awesome. I wish you well in that process. So, we have a lot of messages coming through. Pay attention to the synchronicities in your life right now. What's happening? What are you feeling? What's going on around you? What do you keep being shown in the mirror when you look? Right? Because our outside is just mirroring our inside, right? And that's going to lead you to what your real passion is. Right? your love. Stay hopeful, because your hope is what brings in the miracle. Your belief, your knowledge that no matter what, the universe has your back in all ways. Always. Right? And all it wants to give you is all the rainbow blessings in the world. But we keep telling it we don't want them with our blockages and our energetic structure. Because we keep going, well, I don't deserve that, and somebody else needs it more than me. They should have it instead. And then the universe gives it to them instead. How many more pieces of yourself do you have to give away before you realize that you're the one who's shorting your life by not taking the opportunities being presented to you? Just because it didn't come in the package you thought it would. Sometimes it doesn't come in a package at all. Sometimes it's just you realizing you already have everything you need right now. And looking around and being grateful for it. Because when we're grateful for what we already have, the universe wants to bring us more things to be grateful for. And it does. So put a smile on your face. Realize your life isn't shit. You're exactly where you need to be right now. I may piss you off, but oh fucking well. It is the truth. So if you're uncomfortable, learn how to live with that uncomfortableness until you can find a solution for it. Reconnect with source. Breathe. Go outside, take a walk, take a nap. Sometimes our best solutions come to us in the form of our dreams. And then you wake up and you go, oh, now I know how to fix this. It wasn't hard at all. Life doesn't have to be a struggle. I'm going to keep repeating it until we all believe it, including me. We do not have to learn through struggle anymore. I choose to learn through love for the highest good of all. So should you. So I think that's going to be it for today. I'm wishing you all the best. And I'll see you tomorrow as we get into tomorrow's live stream. And I'm going to pull a bunch of cards for the coming week. We're going to look at the astrology a little bit because I'm going to do my homework. And we're going to see where we're all going to be heading into for this new coming month. I haven't quite decided yet whether I'm going to do any zodiac pulls or not. I think I'm going to stick with the collective reads. But I definitely can't wait to see all of you and see what comes through in the messages tomorrow. Remember, we here at Magic Mom Ministries love, appreciate, and are in full support of every single one of you. If you're interested in booking me for a personal reading or mentorship or just a coaching session to get you through, the links are in the box below or in the channel banner on my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm still not on social media, so every little bit does help me get out there. And I think that's it. Also, I did put up a little bit of a website. I got picked for a free license through I Am Creator. So I added a little website for the channel. And that is also, you can link through in the channel art. So be good, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.